Welcome to another edition of Grapsody Interviews. You know the three of us. I'm Will Washington. We got Philip Lindsay over here. We got Righteous Reg over here. Those aren't the important parts of these shows. Oh no. Folks, we are joined by the one and only Kevin Knight. You know him from New Japan Pro Wrestling as part of the LA Dojo and New Japan Strong, and also recently made an appearance on Impact. Kevin, how you doing?
Doing all right, man. It ain't too cold over here. It's chilling.
No, winter is killing us up here, but you guys are all getting to enjoy. Like when I hear folks from, because you're in Atlanta currently, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, and of course you got Reg over here in California, but us folks here up top with our winter conditions.
So you're telling me that 43 degrees is not cold? Like I'm freezing right now. I feel like the coldest I've ever
That
been
is not
in my life,
cold.
and that's not cold.
Hey, I understand, Reg. I've been in LA for like 2 years, and it got me soft. So I understand.
See, it's different out here. I'm sorry, you guys. I wish that it wasn't as freezing as it is because it's cold tell. So I understand. Put a sweater on. Put a jacket on. Put a hoodie on.
Got to get a jacket from there for there.
There's been a lot of recent developments over here for Kevin Knight and for the companies that he's working with. But let's start from the beginning, actually. You trained, Will Washington said a little bit about it. You trained at the LA Dojo, super huge, under Shibata. Just tell us about that amazing experience. How did you get into it? And what was it like just being involved in that?
Man, an amazing experience. That's a great choice of words. It was an opportunity presented to me when I was training up in Seattle at the Buddy Wayne Academy at the time, and
With Nick Wayne?
With Nick Wayne, Coach's son Darby Allen came from that school. Clark Connors as well. I never met them until later on, but they told me I never knew anything about New Japan Pro Wrestling up until this point. They just told me, go do a tryout. They like athletes. And I was like, within like 6 months of my training, 6 months of my career, and I was like, sure, I'll try it. Like I had no idea what I was getting myself into. So prepared myself with the squats, the push-ups, did the whole tryout. Shibata and Rocky liked me. They brought me back. Did another private tryout. They tried to break me, Shibata in there trying to yell at you and everything. So he just liked that I didn't give up, that I kept progressing like day by day by day. And that's all he really cares about. So I said, heart, your fighting spirit. So me and Shibata connected on that level, and we invited me back to train. This was late 2019, I think, and then pandemic hit, and then I didn't get out there until maybe around mid 2020, and just been training ever since then. And when I first got there, for like the first 3-4 months, Shibata wasn't even there. It was really Alex Coughlin that trained me, and he showed me the young lion ways, and just it's really all a mental thing. Just getting that mentality of just never stopping, screaming at the top of your lungs when you don't want to, and just learning the basics and fundamentals. That's the biggest thing that Shibata stresses: fundamentals. We do the same thing every single day, so that whenever we do it in the actual ring, it's like water. We're not even thinking about it. So it was a great kind of a reset for my career, and I was still so early on where I didn't get to develop many bad habits or when I did make mistakes, it was in front of nobody, or you know what I mean. So it was, and whenever I got to put together a match, it was a 5-minute match, no talking, just just seeing what you can do, just working. You know what I mean. So it was a great learning experience just from the ground up. And when I was first doing it, I was like, man, I'm about to quit. I don't know if I can do this. Like they got me in these black trunks. I ain't got no knee pads, no black boots. Like I ain't got no swag. Like man. but it was a great learning experience. Just not rushing the process. So I just stayed patient, bided my time, and then just been grinding ever since, just making opportunities for myself. So it's been a great experience so far.
So you are the first black graduate from the New Japan Dojo, which is pretty historic.
That's huge.
And did you know that at the time? And wwhen you're the first black person to do anything, pressure comes with it. So have you felt any pressure?
I know, right? Oh, I definitely know the pressure is there, but pressure make it either crush people or make diamonds out of people, and to make a diamond out of me, like
Yeah.
it's water on my back. Like I embrace it. More pressure the better. More pressure the better. So I like it that I get to go in there and represent for my people, and hopefully I get to open up more doors for us to bring more of us into the future. Because I feel like me personally, since I didn't know much about New Japan Pro Wrestling before getting into it, I see how much it's respected by others, and it just makes me just want to bring those people into the environment and just represent well for us. So every time I'm going out there, stick the fist up. That's for my people. That's
Yes.
for us. Just gotta be out there. So it's a great honor to have that responsibility for me. So I'm a carry it the best I can.
So, what was some of your wrestling flavor growing up? Who were some of your inspirations in wanting to get into it?
Man, I love the pageantry, the showmanship of wrestling. So I'm my favorite wrestlers may not be. I may have favorite wrestlers for other reasons than other people's. I just like if you got a good entrance, I like you. If your gear cool, if you got a good music or whatever, that's what does it for me. The moves or whatever, not really for me. This all about the aesthetic of it. So always always love The Rock just because of how animated he is. Of course, that's the go-to answer.
Yeah.
And Jeff Hardy was my guy just because I just love the way the energy he came out with. He came out with the sleeves on. Every single week he wore something different. That's what I was tuning in for. What's he going to wear this week? Like, what color he going to show his hair this week? That's what I was interested in. So I just really like the presentation of it. The theme music, man. If you got a good entrance, I'm a fan. Gold Dust, he came out with the wig, the confetti flowing down. He's just all into it. You know what I mean? So that's what drew me in. And honestly, I was so young when I first got into it. The video games is what really stuck with me. So
Yep.
so I spent hella time putting together my custom entrance, making sure he got the sunglasses on, making sure he got whatever on. So that's what I spent my time doing. WrestleMania 19, that's my game right there.
On the
So
GameCube, that was the one.
on the GameCube, that's my time.
Throwing
Game,
security guards off the.
yeah,
Yep. Okay.
That's hard.
that's my game right there for real. So
Love it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I look
Kind
at
of
it
along
differently
the.
than a lot
No,
of other people. So go ahead.
definitely. Kind of along those lines of how you talked to us a little bit about the pageantry, and you said that they had you as a young lion. You're going to be in black trunks, black boots, black everything.
Yep.
Do you get a chance to, from this point on, kind of develop your character or help with the development of what your character is going to be in New Japan Wrestling, or is it kind of like they're just like, this is what we think you should be?
Nah, honestly, it's been all me at this point. Like just putting the outfits together. Honestly, before I went to Japan, I didn't know what I was gonna do for the tag league teaming up with Kushida. So I just brought all my old gear with me, and I was like, man, I really want to bring it out. I feel like it's time. I may not have gotten the go ahead for the graduation. I just decided I was done.
Yeah.
I was just like, man, I'm just do this. Like, it just feels right. Kushida's a great partner, being with, and he had the orange jacket on. I was like, you know what? Let me throw my orange jacket on. So, we just put that together. He came back one day with the shades too, the Back to the Future joint. So it was like, yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. So it all kind of just flowed together naturally. There was no like, okay, I'm gonna do this, or all right, they want me to do this because, like you said, I'm not the first black young lion to come into this system. So there's no way that they can tell me how to be me. They've literally never seen anything like me, so there's no direction they can give me. So it's kind of like I'm quarterbacking I'm calling my own shots at this point. So it's I'm just doing what feels right. I'm just doing what feels right.
So talk about that graduation moment from the tag league, because I feel like that was just a huge moment to see you come out with Kushida with the time splitter, sunglasses, and orange sweatsuit. Like, just what was the reaction like to that? Because I know the Japan crowd could be different, and just how did it feel to finally get that moment?
Man, it felt like a breath of fresh air. I was like, finally, like I can feel like I'm myself in the ring and not have to put on this because under Shibata he's every day he's talking about no emotion, just anger, just just fight, just heart. And I'm like, that's cool. Like that's the basics of wrestling. But I want to have that swagger in the ring. I want to have that, that's what brought me to watch wrestling. So that's what I want to give to other people. So it was a great breath of fresh air. I talked to Gato that day. And told him about the idea that I had about just bringing out the new costume. He was like, "Yeah, go for it, do it." So he gave me full confidence, the green light. So I was like, "Okay." So I'm putting on my jumpsuit, whatever. Everybody's in the back, like, you changing, you graduating. That's what you doing now. I was like, "Yeah, I'm just going out there." So just just seeing how it falls naturally, not trying to think about it too much. If I get in my head too much, I'm gonna mess it up. So I just go out there and just let everything just flow. That's the best thing I could do. Only thing I can do.
Yeah, hell of a cosign from Kushida, legendary junior heavyweight, and you're working with him again coming up. You just showed up with him on AEW, and now you're going to tag with him for Impact.
Yup, yup. Cause Sheeta's that guy. He welcomed me in with open arms. Whatever ideas I gave to him, he was like, okay, yeah, let's try. He's just a very friendly guy. It just made me feel comfortable out there. I remember my first match in the tag league. First thing he said to me, just relax, breathe, you know, woosah type of thing. But
Yeah,
yeah, working with my guy Kushida has been a blessing, man. He's a perfect guy to tag with. Like we click. Like he may not speak too much English, I may not speak too much Japanese, but we understand each other. So it's been great. Just working with him. We both speak wrestling, so that's all that matters.
So, as a part of the training and everything with new at the LA Dojo, you've been part of New Japan Strong. A lot of the tapings have taken place in LA, out here in the California. They're switching the format up. New Japan Strong were originally just a bunch of tapings and they would broadcast them afterwards. Now it's going to be more like a big shows. I think they're calling it Strong Live and Strong On Demand. You do a big show like the one coming up February 18th, Battle of the Valley. Super huge show going on that you're going to be a part of. So
Yes,
one,
sir.
tell me how it was being a part of the initial strong tapings, everything involved with that, and how it's gonna be leading into San Jose, which is a giant show.
Yes, sir, man. Those Port Wainimi tapings. That's what we did. All of those tapings out in Southern California, man. That was my
Mm-hmm.
first experience with New Japan doing the taping. So that was what I was introduced to when I started doing New Japan. So that was all I knew for the first year when I was there. I was doing all of my matches in front of nobody.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my first introduction until we did that one show in August 2021. So about my whole first year, that was all we was doing is empty taping. So it was a great experience, like I said. Um, just doing those matches in front of nobody, I guess. So if I made any mistakes, uh, it wasn't like people were watching and we had a live crowd. But then when we did get the live crowd, it was like you kind of had to relearn how to wrestle. And then I was doing the young lion thing at the same time. So it was like a double reset at that time. So it was a really weird point in my career. I feel like I was learning so many different things at once. So it has a special place in my heart, the New Japan Strong tapings, and then from where we go now to the future with the live and on demand, man, y'all know just as much as I do. I found out stuff when they tweeted out just like y'all do. So, you know, it's interesting to see where the company's gonna go. I don't really know what the future holds with that, but with the bigger shows, bigger pay-per-views, that'll be great. Like you say, with the one in the Valley, we got Mercedes Moné versus Kyrie for the belt
Mm.
for the better be the main. So that's gonna be huge. That's gonna be huge. So looking forward to the future of the American side of New Japan Pro Wrestling because I feel like um, it has a big market out here, and I think this may be the better way to go is having the bigger pay-per-views with all the names and everything. It'll be a great look for us. So looking forward to it, seeing how it plays out.
So I have personally seen you perform twice in person.
Oh,
The
for
first,
real?
yes. So first time being, it was at one of the New Japan Strong tapings in LA. It
LA.
was where you faced Hikuleo. It was on the
Okay.
show where Swerve main evented against Jay White.
Okay.
So that was the first time. Second time, and that's gonna kind of lead me into this next question, was at the United Center in
Oh,
on the buy-in for Forbidden Door.
Forbidden Door. Yup.
So I want to ask you about that experience because the
Hmm.
United Center is an iconic venue, one of the most famous venues in the world for wrestling. It's obviously had one of the larger crowds that you can have for a pro wrestling venue. Was that the largest crowd you wrestled in front of?
That was by far the
Uh-huh.
largest crowd I ever wrestled in, and that whole experience was so surreal. And just walking out in that crowd and seeing all of those people, man, it was crazy. I was like, ain't no way all of these people is, sitting here watching, I'm one of the 8 people here, but that was crazy to me. But like I said before, I don't, the more pressure the better. I don't like getting too much in my head about these moments. So I just locked in. I knew it was an easy match we were doing. It wasn't too much, so it wasn't too much to stress about. But it was, man, such a surreal experience walking down that ramp, seeing all the cameras, all the people cheering. I was surprised people even knew who we were at that point. So it was it was a great experience being able to work with the Acclaim that are now like the biggest tag team in AEW. Working with, we were supposed to work with the Guns, but then they had a whole storyline with Danhausen at the time. So it was surreal being able to be in the same ring as Billy Gunn and working with half of the Acclaim. It was a crazy moment for my career so early on too. So I'm thankful and grateful for all the opportunities. Try to make the most of everything. So just go out there and have fun. That's how I take all the pressure off. Just have fun out there. So it was a great experience, man. Great experience.
Love
Yeah,
it.
I was at that show as well. Good to see you in my hometown in the United
Yes,
Center. It was
sir.
cool. But you've been a part of Battle Slam in your hometown of Atlanta, Georgia.
Yes,
Just how
sir.
has it been working with Battle Slam, and just how different is it doing those shows than doing New Japan?
Man, yeah, Battle Slam. If you've never been to a Battle Slam show, the vibe is completely different from any other wrestling show you've ever been to. And especially me just doing all New Japan shows and then coming to Battle Slam, man, it was such a homey type of vibe. Like all there's no senpais or anything in the back that you gotta bow and say Carson Medez, all of that too. So you could
Although imagining that at Battle Slam actually sounds pretty great.
right. So Battle Slam just takes all the pressure off, but all the pressure's added on when it's in my hometown and I got all my childhood friends there, my mom there. She wilding out at every show. So like it's it's a crazy mix of things going on. It's the hip hop vibe, the hip hop crowd. So it really takes the pressure off because the people are just there to be entertained. Like it's an all black crowd. It's a hip hop. It's a whole different audience, and that's what I feel like is the future for what we want, at least with in the black community with wrestling. Like try to do that crossover, wrestling hip hop, like wrestle rap type of thing, battle slam type of thing. Just I feel like with wrestling just needs to expand outside of its bubble, and Battle Slam is really doing that, especially and it's a black owned company, and all of that stuff like that. That thing is so important to me. Like so that's why I love doing Battle Slam because I feel like that is for the future, and that's the base. It's on us to create that for ourselves. So yeah, I feel great being a part of Battle Slam. It's dope. It's dope.
That's hard. That's super hard. Shout out to Battle Slam. Shout out to
Shout
everybody that
out.
represents there and watch Battle Slam on Fight TV. They're on Fight TV, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Fight TV. Anytime you can get down to the A for a show, man, definitely got to check it out. We got to support our own all the way. So
The A, baby. I got to get down there one day. Very recently, a wrestling legend was tweeting about you because he said that you had a very excellent drop kick. Lance
oh
Storm said that
boy,
you had one of the best new drop kicks in all of wrestling. It's confirmed. We all have seen the videos. Did
word,
you
word.
have you made like a conscious effort to put more emphasis on the drop kick? Because it's always been pretty lit, but like now it's become one of your like special moves, it feels like at this point.
Man, from the first time, since the time I got in the wrestling ring, I've always like just loved the move, the drop kick. So like, if you can go back to my first match and see the drop kicks the same 3-4 years ago to the day how it is now. It's just I just practiced it so much, and once Shibata seen it, he was like, "Oh wow!" you have beautiful drop kicks. So we practice that thing over and over and over and over, so that I can't get it wrong. So it's burnt into my brain. It's just all like it's not really I put an emphasis on it. It's just wherever I feel right to put it, I just do it.
Mm,
And whenever I do, I put my all into it because that's as a young lion, man. That's another thing. You have to make a match with the 5 moves you're given, like a hip toss, body slam, a
right.
tackle, drop kick, and a Boston Crab. You got those 5 moves.
Boston Crab.
So so all 5 of us or whatever, like we all do the same moves, so we got to stand out somehow. Like so, I just always try to add an emphasis to all the simple moves. 'Cause I feel like a move is a move. Anybody could do a flip. Anybody could do a shooting star press or whatever, but it's all about what you do before and after it that really makes it special. So that's why I try to just add my jet flavor into the drop kick, So
I don't
that's
know if
all.
anybody can do a shooting star press.
Not just anybody. No.
Right.
No, I mean we saw Brock Lesnar try. Although Brock's was really good, but
Nah,
It
he
was.
nice with it.
yeah,
Brock
he
nice with
was.
it.
Yeah.
It was just the one time he did it at WrestleMania.
That's
That
it.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's the one
yeah.
everybody remembers.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Can you imagine if he hit that on the nail that night though? Like I think about that all the
Oh
time.
no, are
Life
you
would be
kidding me?
different.
Everybody would be
Yeah.
asking for it every single
Every
time. Because
time.
well, the funny thing
Mhm.
was at the time because I remember I was. It was one of those like forbidden things, right? Because we didn't have like social media the way we have it today, where you and when a move happens on the indies or in a developmental promotion, anything along those lines, like it's there instantly, right? But like Brock Lesnar's shooting star press was this like forbidden thing. Nobody knew what, like everybody talked about it because it was like you had to
hmm
be at an OVW show. You had to have them OVW tapes. That was the only way you saw this mysterious Brock Lesnar shooting star press. But everybody's like, it's clean. When you see it, it's amazing. And then at WrestleMania, when he went to that top rope, there was this moment like all the internet fans had of, this is the thing we've all heard about. We're
Happened.
about to see Brock do it, and then he landed on his head, and that
Man,
was it. But had he
I,
done it, are you kidding me? Legendary.
legendary. It's still legendary to me. 'Cause nobody at that size should be able to move that
Right.
efficiently. That
Oh yeah.
you know what I mean. He's a different breed. Different breed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So we've talked about all these systems. You've been in a couple different systems now. You and Kushida have done some work in Impact Wrestling. Also, we talked about a little bit. How
Yes,
has the
sir.
Impact Wrestling experience been? And how different is the Impact locker room compared to we're just so intrigued about the New Japan locker room just because there's such a epic. There's so much around it. We're just like, damn,
So much
how is
mystique
that
in there.
compared to this? Yeah, there's a lot of
Mhm.
mystique. Man.
Man, like truth be told, the New Japan locker room is real chill. It's just a whole different culture. You gotta
Right.
say the Oscar Smides, the Ohio Gozaimasu, the basic Japanese greetings to your senpais and all of that. But honestly, they're all really chill, all really cool. It's just a different culture. So if they're an awkward Japanese guy and you're an awkward like English guy, you may not mesh well. But it's not because you don't like each other, just because like you just both introverts or whatever. So it's like it's interesting. It's interesting to see all the different personalities. But in the Impact locker room, man, everybody's so chill. Everybody's so chill. There's no pressure. Everybody's just cool with each other. Just hey, you come in here to do your thing, do your thing. Like so, just show the people what you got, and it's great TV experience to be introduced into a whole different audience. So I'm just enjoying the journey, man. It's dope being able to work New Japan and then being able to show up randomly with Kushida on a Dynamite, working with Sting and Darby, and then and then a couple of days later doing tapings with Kushida. So it's a dope journey I'm in right now. So I'm just enjoying it. Meeting so many people I never thought I'd meet, and them talking so highly of me. I just at this point can't believe it. So I just like, man, I'm blessed at this point. So just taking it all in.
Man, I remember, matter of fact, the night at Battle Slam, and I was talking about the Kushida match with Darby, and I was like, man, maybe you slide in there. And you were like, stay tuned. Did you know that night you were going to show up at Dynamite?
I knew they randomly hit me up. When was Battle Slam? That Sunday? I randomly got a text Saturday saying, yeah, we might need you Wednesday or whatever. So I was like, okay, yeah, just let me know. So they booked a flight that day. So yeah, I did know at that point, but it was still fresh. You know, these things happen like this. Even with the
Yeah.
Forbidden Door thing, we didn't know until they announced it on TV. I was supposed to do a whole different show that day. So these things happen, you know, on the fly. You gotta stay ready, so you never gotta get ready. So you gotta stay fly, so you never gotta get fly. So it's
Hey.
always
Yeah.
it's always that type of thing, you know.
Yeah, I chuckled to myself because I was like, I just talked to this guy a few days ago, and now he's on TV. He's looking clean. He's got the New Japan tracksuit on, man.
Yeah,
was-
Mhm.
Yeah, man. Definitely
dope.
looking forward to see you do more things. Do you have any like big goals with New Japan though? Like
Mhm.
anything that you want to do? Of course, like I'm sure everybody wants to do the dome shows, but like, do you have any
Of
aspirations?
Of course, Tokyo Dome is definitely something. I was trying to politic my way to get there this year. You know, trying to talk to Gato, let me get a Rumble or something. You know, but
Mhm.
nah, that's always a goal. Like now that I'm in New Japan Pro Wrestling, I want to do it all. The Tokyo Dome, I want to do that. I'm riding with Kushida right now, so I want to go for those belts, the junior tag belts. That's the Super Juniors. I gotta get in there. I gotta get in there and
Yes.
show people what I'm about. You know, it's time to show people, you know, what I really can do on the one-on-one action. And then of course got to go for those IWGP junior heavyweight, IWGP heavyweight, everything. So I'm while I'm here, man, I want to do everything. So nothing is not impossible for me. So anything that comes my way, I'm going for it. So that's all the goals right there.
Are you is New Japan it? Like is that the main goal? Do you have any aspirations of being an American TV pro wrestler? Maybe one day being at
Oh,
WrestleMania?
of course, of course. Like I said, when I got into wrestling, I didn't know anything about New Japan Pro Wrestling, so I'm
Right.
still learning as I'm here. So I'm still learning. But now that I'm here, like I said, everything in New Japan wise, I want to do. Check it off the list. But always the goal, WWE, now AEW. So you know, somewhere in the future, maybe I don't know. You know, we're gonna see what the journey goes. It's my story that I get to write, so we get to just see where we go. Of course, WrestleMania. I got to go to the Royal Rumble once. I can't tell you how many times I watched the 2000 Royal Rumble for the Rikishi Too Cool moment. You know, so I gotta make one myself at some point. So of course that's on the goal. I'm a wrestling fan at heart, so I just want to make myself proud. So
Yeah,
of
I mean,
course.
you just said you're a rock fan, so is the 2000 Rumble your favorite Rumble?
Oh, of course, but it's not because of the rights. It's because of the whole pay-per-view in itself.
All of
I
it.
had
Oh,
yeah,
such a great
all of it
event.
put
Yeah,
together.
you got that
Yeah.
Triple H and Cactus Jack.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Hardy Boys and Dudley Boys. I
Table
can't tell
match.
you
Yeah.
how many times I watched that match growing up.
Although
Like I
I do
said,
have to ask you,
go
since
ahead.
you've name dropped him twice now, you know, there's a meme online that black people love Jeff Hardy, and
I don't know why that's a thing.
I know, right? But
I don't know
like,
I don't get
Like
it. I don't get it. We don't all love Jeff
he just
Hardy.
got that swag to him. I don't know. He got a
I know.
natural aura to him that just I don't know. Like he can't explain it. Like for me, it was the armbands and the dance he did. Like that's
Mhm.
what gets me. So it may be something different for somebody else, but yeah, he just got
Well,
that.
yeah, I like the flips because I like flips.
Yup. I be saying Reg. Yup. What you call it? You call it spot food or something like that.
spot food.
Spot
Yeah.
food, baby.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Reg
spot
like
food. You
to-
know I love some
Reg
spot
like
food,
to-
kid.
He like to ruffle feathers on social media.
That is not. That's not what it is, man. I just be talking.
You be talking. You be saying your opinion. That's fine. People be like, if you don't agree with everything I like, then no, I don't like you. I don't see why we can't just like.
That's it.
Everybody got their own thing in wrestling. We all like different parts of it. I don't get why people want to fight over it. It's all subjective. So whatever
Yeah.
you like is right. Whatever somebody else like is right. So like, it's something for everybody.
Absolutely, especially now. Like right now, I feel like
Yeah.
we have the most variety of pro wrestling. Like literally, if you're looking for something, you're looking for drama. You just mentioned the Royal Rumble, you got drama. But if you're looking for
Right.
action, action's out there too. You want spot food, you're not missing out on spot food. There is something for literally all your taste right now. I agree with that. That At this point, there's no reason to take somebody else's taste personally.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I get it. Of course, there's some things wrestling I don't like, but I'm not gonna shame somebody else for liking what they like. Like they may not like what I like. I'm not gonna, be at odds with them. We all different. That's what makes this whole wrestling thing special. So
Except for Jeff Hardy. We all love Jeff Hardy.
yeah, you got
Yeah.
to. If you don't like Jeff Hardy, then I don't know. I don't know what's up with you. I don't know what's up with you.
So funny.
That's real.
So yeah, like I said a little bit earlier, there's a super huge show coming up here, February 18th, San Jose.
sir.
You're in a big match that they just announced, big 8-man tag, all kinds of super dope, talented people. Your buddy Kushida's in there.
Yes,
They got
sir.
some people from Impact Wrestling. The Impact Wrestling World Champion is on
Champion
the
in the
other
match.
side of this, man. Like
Right,
this is
right.
a huge match, huge show.
It's like they just put all bunch of names in the hat, just picked out just some for everybody. Just
There's heaters.
it's a yeah, talented, whole bunch of talent in that match. So I'm looking forward to working with these guys and just seeing what we cook up. Just I love the process of putting stuff together and seeing what we make. Like everybody's different, so it's just great seeing. It's cool seeing how everybody's personalities mesh and putting this great thing we call it pro wrestling together. So it's dope. That's what I enjoy about it. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, man, stiff competition that day because Elimination Chamber is the same day, isn't it?
Oh shit. I didn't know that.
Oh,
It's the same day?
Isn't it? Because
Dang.
I didn't know
it's the 18th, isn't it?
Oh.
Hey, look, we got Mercedes on the show, so I don't know.
I know.
We sold
I don't
out,
know.
baby.
Yeah. we doing our thing. So the people that's there gonna enjoy it, and people catch the replay, they still gonna enjoy it the most. But it's
Nah,
it's gonna be a sight to see.
Nah, I'm just gonna say it, man. Get both screens up. Order Battle of the Valley. You can
Got
watch
to.
Elimination Chamber, but also support the homie Kevin Knight. Support Mercedes, man. Got to.
Yes, sir. It's all pro wrestling. We're all a family. Try to be.
So I guess a couple more questions while we're winding this down. When I first discovered Kevin Knight, his name was Jet. Is
Yes,
that
sir.
is that in your future? Do you want to be called Jet Knight? Is that
Yeah,
where you're
man,
leading this to?
That's me. Like Kevin Knight's my name, but the Jet is what got me is me in wrestling. When I got to New Japan Pro Wrestling, they stripped everything off. They said no sunglasses, no jacket, no jet. You just straight up Kevin Knight. You know what I mean? So it's just building that back up in the way that I want to now. Just and I think just being with Kushida, it just works perfectly. Like
It does actually.
Yeah, it works perfectly. So and how that came about was real random too, because we weren't even supposed to tag together initially. It was supposed to be somebody else, but then Kushida got sick and everything, and somehow we just end up being together. So it's all worked together so great. And just being the Jet, being the JET, being out of this world, that's just me. I just love putting this all together, and just I'm eager to see where it leads. So it's dope. Yeah, Jet Knight. Yeah, he always gonna be there. Always gonna be there.
I mean, not gonna lie though, like Kevin Knight, that honestly it rings, right? Like it does. It absolutely does. If you got it, that's one of those things they can't take away from you. I love it.
Facts. It rolls off the tongue. It's a lot of Knights in the game right now. It's a lot of people doing their thing. So we gonna see where it go. What's it? LA Knight. You got Eli Knight on the indie. Shout out to him. So we got the Knight family is strong. It's strong, to say the least.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. So tell us where we can find you. Tell us where the future of Kevin Knight, where we can find you on social media. Where can we find you next? I think I'm actually going to see you this weekend, West Coast Pro Wrestling in Sacramento. Pro. It's lit. You got a lot of stuff coming up. So let us know where we can find you.
Yes, sir. Well, like you just mentioned, West Coast Pro Sacramento this weekend, February 4th. Come out if you in the area. We got Battle in the Valley on the 18th. If you in the West Coast in Vegas, we have the Impact tapings out there, a 3-day taping. So come out there if you available. We everywhere trying to make an impact. The Jet 2 Fly, we be here, there, everywhere. So you never know where we might show up. But yeah, social media, Jet2Fly on Twitter, IG. I think I'm still Jet Knight on Facebook. I don't even log into that account anymore, so I need to update all of that. But yeah.
Facebook's for keeping your grandparents aware of
Right.
what you're doing, but other than that, there's
Pretty much.
that's it.
Yeah. I still got stuff up there from middle school, I think. So I need to I need to go see what's still out there. But yeah, hit me up, man. I'm available. Ain't Hollywood. Just hit me up. Yeah, always willing to chop it up.
Yeah,
So,
like your booking email too, just in case like
booking
promoters
email
want
is
to find
still when I first started it was jetfnight@gmail.com, but I'm just using my regular email now, kevinknight30@gmail.com. So hit me up. I got open dates in March. We're gonna see what happened in April. We might have something cooking up. So
Come on, man. Book
you know.
the guy during WrestleMania weekend, man.
Oh,
Oh yeah, we
definitely.
out there in LA. We out there. So hit me up.
I think
Yeah,
New Japan's
yeah.
going to announce a show. I know you can't say anything, but I heard a little birdie and a little rumor.
Like I said, I find out when y'all find out. Y'all not finna get me in trouble. Nah, I'm just playing.
All right, folks. This has been Kevin Knight. Thank you so much for joining us here on Grapsody Interviews. For Righteous Reg, for Phil Lindsay, I'm Will Washington. We will see you next time and have a great day. Peace.
Yes, sir.